In this video, we'll talk about gratitude is the key to changing your life. Is your life everything you hoped that it would be? It's unlikely, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video course. If you've been looking for ways to make your life better and to implement positive change, gratitude could be the simple tool to leverage to take it to a new and happier level. If you're ready to use gratitude as the key to changing your life, you need to know precisely how it's going to do this. We already know of the benefits that come with becoming more grateful, the emotional, health, social, and work-related advantages that thankfulness can bring. However, how will it work at the most basic level? A change of focus. A major reason why gratitude changes your life is due to the fact that it effectively changes your focus. Life centers around focus. Whatever you are focusing on will be what you'll naturally move towards. If you're living in a negative state, you'll naturally experience more negativity in your life. After all, if you're constantly focusing on negative things, that will be all you see. It's all too easy to see the dilemmas and problems that surround a situation if your thinking is always geared that way. Although it isn't always as obvious, it's surprisingly simple to see things with a positive slant, even if problems arise. Even if something goes awry, it becomes possible to seek out a silver lining to every bad situation. There usually is at least one, and if there truly isn't, it's always possible to believe that something positive will, in the end, come out of the negative experience. Yet it isn't all about being a more positive person. If you have gratitude in your life, it can change everything since it breathes fresh positivity into all the things you do. It's an enormous change of focus, a brand new way of looking at things, and one that, although it may not come naturally to you, will eventually lead you to become increasingly appreciative of the beauty around you. Essentially, you move away from living in a permanently negative haze to living with abundance everywhere. While this sounds wonderful, remember that it won't happen overnight. The change in focus will take time, and it'll need work to retrain your mind. This is why practice is so important. However, if you take a consistent and regular approach to practicing gratitude, eventually, you'll notice the change taking place. Better quality of life. From your wellness and mental health to your spiritual and emotional fortitude, every aspect of your life can be improved by simply adopting a more grateful approach to living. Gratitude changes your life in the most literal sense by improving its quality. We are all the sum of our parts, and gratitude nurtures all of those parts, helping them to grow and thrive. There are studies that link gratitude with life satisfaction, and it's easy to see why this is the case. People who feel grateful for what they have are much more satisfied with their daily existence. If you're able to appreciate all the important things in your everyday life, whether large or small, you'll enjoy more stability. It's important to recognize, too, that having a better quality of life isn't necessarily about being successful. Of course, it's easy to imagine that people who are successful will always find it simple to be grateful, since they got a lot to feel thankful for. Yet, quality of life isn't about jobs, success, money, houses, or cars. Yes, those things could help you to have a better quality of life, but they could also cause you a lot more problems. Being grateful isn't about being rich. Just look at the many stories of people who have won the lottery and still struggle to find satisfaction in their lives. Gratitude is about feeling appreciative for the things that you do have and overlooking the things that you don't. Once you stop being hung up on the things that you wish you had and start focusing on the things that you've already got in your possession, you'll realize just how wonderful your life truly is. Fewer fears, more happiness. Another way in which gratitude changes your life is simply by making you feel happier. Studies have shown that being thankful has a key role to play in making you feel happy with your current circumstances. One study asked the participants to write about a specific topic every week. While one study group was asked to write about the things that make them unhappy, the other was asked to write only about the things they had gratitude for. Meanwhile, there was a control group that was asked to write about what had happened during the week, but without any focus on either the negative or positive elements. The final results showed that the group that wrote about the things they felt grateful for felt more optimistic and happy about their lives when compared to the other groups. This is because when we're feeling gratitude, we naturally feel happy as we begin to recognize what we do have rather than the things that we don't. Once you've practiced gratitude for a while, you'll begin to recognize that it's easy to live in an appreciative state if you're grateful. Of course, it isn't always easy to achieve this. We all have our own baseline of happiness. If we cross that threshold, one way or the other, we automatically become happy or unhappy. Yet, if you spend enough time working on developing your gratefulness skills, you'll spend more time on the positive side of that line rather than the negative side. One of the reasons why gratitude is able to change your life is because it reduces your fears. It's very difficult to be both grateful and afraid simultaneously. Fear happens if you allow yourself to focus on the things that you can't control. You end up dwelling on the worst-case scenario when you live in a fearful state. Yet, by practicing gratitude, it's possible to overcome those fears. If you're able to become entirely grateful for all you have, even including the problems that you face, you'll find that there's very little space left for fear to occupy your mind. When you're afraid of things, you no longer live in a state of abundance, but in one of lack instead. Being grateful will put you back in that abundant state, instilling in you a belief that you are thankful for all you have at the present moment in time instead of worrying about the things you don't have right now and won't have in the future. All too often, we tend to save up all our gratitude for just a few select occasions. Thanksgiving, holidays, birthdays. On that day, we finally give ourselves permission to feel thankful, and in turn, all the positive emotions and happiness that comes with it. Instead, we should take the opportunity to question why we don't allow ourselves to feel this way every other day. Gratitude isn't just for special occasions. It can be for every single day of the year. Take the time to stop. Think about what you have to be grateful for and to truly appreciate it, regardless what day of the week or year it is. You can abolish a lot of the fear that drives your negativity by just being more grateful every day. Make the decision to practice gratitude right now, and your fears will slowly dissipate with time. Stronger faith. Gratitude transforms your life in many ways, but one of the most interesting is the way in which it can strengthen and enhance your faith. Whichever religion or faith you believe in, gratitude can help your belief to grow stronger with each day. That faith or belief need not necessarily be a religious one. You may be a Christian, a Jew, a Buddhist, Hindu, or Muslim, but equally, you may simply believe in a higher link and spiritual oneness binding us all together. Whatever your individual school of thought, being more thankful helps you to develop a deep-rooted appreciation of the little things in life. With practice, it becomes a central part of the way you live your life. In turn, this strengthens your belief and faith. Gratitude can transform your faith since it instills in you the belief that you aren't alone. Whatever you're trying to get through, eventually, it'll pass, and you'll come out of the other end victorious. You develop a stronger belief that you'll be able to overcome the obstacles you face, accomplish the goals that you've set, and become a much better person at the end of the day, one who is more empathetic and sympathetic to others. Gratitude also strengthens your faith by encouraging you to seek out new ways to contribute to society and improve life for other people. Your focus will soon become on helping others, and you can embark on a path to spiritual enlightenment. Motivation to reach for your goals. Goal setting is something that is essential to live a positive and meaningful life. When you do goal setting correctly, you can achieve literally anything you decide to accomplish. Of course, that won't happen overnight, but it will eventually happen if you take action consistently. One way by which gratitude is able to change your whole life is by giving you the extra boldness you need to extend yourself to reach your goals. How can gratitude help you to succeed? It does this by building up an internal platform of success. So long as you're healthy, happy, and sound in spirit, body, and mind, you can work on reaching your goals without external distractions. However, if you're lacking those things due to your unhappiness with your circumstances, you'll be living in a state of negativity and it becomes difficult to move forward. While you're focusing so closely on the things that have gone wrong in your life, you're unable to push on towards your ultimate goals that could, in all likelihood, be years away from coming to fruition. Instead, you waste time, get distracted, and end up engaging in pursuits that only hinder rather than help. Building up positivity in your life by practicing gratitude every day can help you to switch your focus from the negative to the positive and so, eventually, learn how to move onwards and upwards towards achieving the things you desire most.